it's me. And welcome to my show, Get Real with Christine. Ooh, that's right, everybody. It is the last show of 2023. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about New Year's resolutions, buzzword, craziness. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm very excited for the show today because everybody knows this. I'm a Virgo and I have a lot of resolutions. I first want to give a shout out to Steph and Liz. Thank you for filling in for me last week. I was on my deathbed. Not really, but I was very sick and I could not be here and I was so sad, but they freaking killed it, those Capricorn queens. But now your Virgo queen is back. And I am so excited for all the products we're going to be talking about today because I actually chose all of them. But throughout the show, if you're very confused and you're like, oh my gosh, Christine, what are you talking about now? There's so many good deals. I just can't even keep track. Go ahead and hit that shop the show button. It's that little kind of Tetris-y looking kind of thing. It kind of looks like a little grid down below. It's like bottom right corner. Go ahead and hit it. It'll give a whole slew of all the products that we're talking about today. And you can go ahead and click it throughout the show. Such a nice little solution to your problems. But of course, I never do the show alone. So I actually have a returning guest on Get Real with Christine. She was my first ever guest. Please welcome back Rachel.
Thank you, Christine, for that wonderful introduction. Hello.
Isn't it great to be back, Rachel?
It's wonderful to be back. First guest of the season, and now I am the last guest of the season. Back to you, Christine.
Back to me. Andrew B says, your comments coming in, Andrew. Andrew B says, my resolution is to finally get real. Truly, that's what you have to do. Thank you for that, Andrew. And absolutely be commenting throughout the show, just like Andrew, okay? And definitely your resolution should be to be real. So that's what it's all about. We're all about getting real today. So we're talking about resolutions. Rachel, are you like a New Year, new me person, or you're like New Year, same me? Like, that's not happening.
No, I am not a New Year's resolution person because I do feel like resolutions are a thin, fine line because they can become toxic, they can become unhealthy.
Of course.
And I also, not to sound pretentious or poetic, but
Please, go ahead.
I'm a new day, new me.
Oh.
I don't wait to start things until like a certain day. And I know a lot of people,
God.
I didn't mean it to be poetic or pretentious, but that's so true though. I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, I'll start next. I don't need to do things like that. I don't need to be like, I need to start next week. And there's nothing inherently wrong if you do want to start on a specific day. Because I think my boyfriend's like that, where he'll be like, okay, I'll start the gym January 1st. I'm like, why not start December 28th? You know what I mean? Like, why do you? So no, I am not a resolution person. But I think I'm an intention person. I think resolutions, for me, like a resolution is more like setting an intention and not for the whole year, for like the week, the day. I'm a very minute by minute, hour by hour person because if I overestimate, I overset myself, I get overwhelmed. So I'm more of the like, this is what I want to do today. This is what I want to do of the week.
I totally get that. And that is a great, first of all, clap for her.
Oh my God,
we have
thank you.
like no one in the studio.
I know, it's like a skeleton crew right now. There's two people here.
We're working. It's a grind set, okay? So we have a skeleton crew. We're all just living the grind set, okay? But yeah, that's a great outlook to have. I personally, I'm a New Year, new me person. Where I'm at right now, I'm like, look, January comes around, different girl. That's who you're going to be seeing in 2024, okay? But, that's just me. That's what I like to do. I love to vision board specifically. So I didn't put this together. Actually, shout out to Logan. She put this together for me. Logan put together my lovely vision board for all of the things that I want to work on. So roll it up. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to kind of walk us through.
Oh.
So yeah, here we are. Isn't this lovely?
It's very pretty, very pink.
Yeah. So these are like the highlights, right? I'm gonna be more intentional about self-care. Be more kind to myself. Trying to create a little bit of a balance in my life, but also really be achieving those creative goals that I have for myself. Creating more content, but I also just really want to be that girl this year. You know what I'm saying? Like the girl that like you're just like, oh God, I wish I could be the type of person that like has that one thing. Like,
yes.
like
Yeah.
you said, like it's like I don't want to wait. You know what I mean? Like I want to start right now. So let's get into it. Gosh, we're just gabbing away, but we have so many fun things to talk about. And again, hit the shop the show button if you're ever like, where are we going? So the things we're going to be talking about today. First, we're going to be talking about the Kanjo Acupressure Neck Pain Cushion. And then we're going to be talking about a lovely silk pillowcase from Blissy. We have a vegan leather organizational notebook and journal from Multitasky, aroma shower steamer tablets, uplift energizing essential oils, and a lymphatic dry brush. Girl, we have so much to do. We have so much to say. And let's start it off with one of a classic. The
I kicked the table.
Rachel's
I'm sorry.
fine. She's fine. With the Kanjo neck pain relief cushion. Okay, so we'll go ahead and check it out. It's on the ground. Oh, right.
I'm trying to I didn't want to block the camera, but
So what does this cushion look like here? Let's check it out. There
This
she
might
is.
not be graceful. Bear with me, everybody.
Rachel's killing it. You're literally killing it, Rachel.
I think that feels
I'm
right.
clapping for you.
Okay, that feels right.
Okay, so
Okay.
go ahead and lift up for a second, Rachel. So we
I
can kinda
just
see
got
it.
down, Christine.
Rachel, you're on my show. Okay, so this, go ahead and kind of show it to the camera a little bit, just so I can kind of show everybody. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm a girl that has neck pain, okay, and I'm a lover of Kanjo. So as you can see, it's kind of this foam material, right? And it has specifically, it's using specifically acupressure. So those kind of knobs that you see on it are going to hit specific pressure points that you have. Now, I took a look at this thing on the Soon app, and I said, oh my gosh, that is right where I have my neck pain. So this is a big resolution. One of the big reasons why I chose this is because I have a lot of neck pain, and I'm freaking done with that. Go ahead and give us a lay down, Rachel.
I'm a lay
Love you.
down. All right.
Love you for being flexible with me.
Oh, thank you. I used to be more flexible when I was a child.
Well, maybe you can get more flexible with this Kanjo.
That was back in 2020 one of my
That was one of your goals.
not even a resolution, but I didn't enjoy it. Every morning I would stretch, and I because I made it unenjoyable for myself. That's the thing with I think I'm on this all the way. Yeah, that's the thing with unrealistic. Why do we always end up
We're
like
always
this?
ending up like
and
this.
you end up being my shrink. There's another video of me literally like this, being like, yeah, it's been a hard couple months, and you're on the couch.
Yeah, talk to me, Rachel.
But
Let me
yeah,
know.
the stretching thing, that's an example of I went in too big, too strong with it, and I would force myself to follow a YouTube 20-minute stretching video every day, and it wasn't enjoyable.
We're all about gentle resolutions.
That's right.
So, first of all, I want to ask you, Rachel, how are you feeling on the cushion right now?
My head feels propped up and elevated. We've been using Kanjo/Conjo. Leave your comment below. How do you think it's pronounced? Kanjo or Conjo? Thank you. Write your local
let us
governor.
know.
Who knows? I think Kanjo. That's just what my
Okay,
heart's
so
telling me.
reeling you in, how does your neck feel?
My neck feels, so compared to other Kanjo products, I've used other ones that are way more, less firm, more, I don't want to say gooey and mushier, but more of that memory foam material, whereas this one isn't that way. This one is more firm. So if you see me trying to push my fingers in, I have to really push in there to get, that press back that you get with their other products. This one is different. This one is more firm. And I think it serves its purpose in that sense of actually elevating your neck in a position that we don't find ourselves in very frequently anymore.
For sure.
Most people don't find yourself in a position like this because I think most of our tendency is to hunch and to not be up straight. And as you were telling me about earlier, this new phenomenon that I'd never heard of called tech neck.
Tech neck. It's very
Crazy.
real.
And we're in unprecedented times because
Yeah.
just 20 years ago, that wasn't a thing. No one had their head down in a cell phone. Maybe you had your head down in a book if you were studious. But this is
Right.
like a new thing that we find ourselves in. It's very odd,
Unless
isn't
you
it?
were studious, yeah.
Yeah, unless you're studious.
All the studious people have been struggling with tech neck for years. And now the rest of us are. So the thing that I love about Kanjo is they're all about bringing these kind of Eastern methodologies to everybody. So this is only $35, which to me was really attractive. I was like, oh my gosh, that's kind of one of the biggest reasons why I chose the product, honestly. I'm a bit of a thrifty gal. So As you can see, Rachel has it right there on like the base of her neck. So that's kind of going in right where I always feel the most tension. Whenever I have, I get really bad tension headaches. And once I press on those pressure points, like I feel instant relief. So they suggest starting this off with about 15 minutes a day. Like Rachel was saying, you know, it's like a little bit maybe of like a firmer foam, but it is still that foam material. So it's not going to be like super intense. But again, starting off with that 15 minutes is probably for the best. What I also do really love about this is it also gets into your shoulders as well. So that's always where I feel the most. So again, it's for neck pain and shoulder pain. It's only $35. That's definitely less than like a session at a chiropractor or a massage. I mean, come on. And adding this to my routine, I feel like is gonna do me a lot of good. And I also like how it kind of like molds to your neck as well. Let's see some of the comments. Okay, so some of the comments are saying, not me sitting up when you mentioned hunching. Literally, right before this, that's what we were talking about. We're like, oh yeah, like I like literally never hunch ever. Always. Olivia says, wow, goals. Yeah, truly. And that's why it's like my goal for this year is like, I want to fix my freaking neck problems. So that's what it's all about. What have any thoughts, Rachel?
No thoughts, just vibes.
No thoughts, just vibes.
I always have thoughts. Let's just be real. My brain is constantly like.
Do you have neck pain ever? Is that something you ever struggle with?
You know what my thing is? Lower back pain, and I think that's because I have scoliosis.
Oh yeah.
So I always, I guess sometimes because I'm a side sleeper like you.
Yes.
So there will be mornings that I wake up and my neck is like screwed for the whole day.
Yeah.
And I do like to stretch my neck, but for me it's like the lower back pain.
For sure.
And so when I stand for long periods of time, I have to I have to hunch over because my back hurts so much. And then that leads to like the neck pain. So
But that's not going to be us in 2024, okay?
No.
So thanks, Kanjo. That's freaking Kanjo. Yay, we love her. I always love Kanjo. Definitely check out more of their products. They're really such an amazing brand that I'm a big fan of, and we've done plenty. And give it up for Rachel. What a demo. I mean, come on. So we're going to go ahead and move on to, I don't know, we're going to be picking our favorite products at the end, but like this is another one of my favorites.
Ooh,
so
nice.
We'll move on to the Blissy Silk Pillowcase. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Guys, I wish you could feel this right now. It is so freaking soft. I like can't even tell you. Okay, I'm gonna move our little cups out of the way.
Now this, the silk pillowcase, this is the Be That Girl product for me.
So this is the Be That Girl. I mean, it also fits in a like more intentional self-care because a lot of people know this silk pillowcases are better for your hair, they're better for your skin, but hey, getting out. But this is actually made out of like really, really fine silk. Not all silk is the same, okay? They all vary in quality and in thickness, but this is 100% mulberry silk. And like I said, I seriously wish that you guys could feel this. It is so unbelievably soft.
Yes.
And like, just look at it too. Look at that like elevated look that it has. Imagine like having this sitting on your bed and you like come home, like you're that girl. Like immediately you are that girl.
Can I say something, Christine?
Please do.
I am that girl because I've recently switched to a silk pillowcase.
Oh my gosh.
Mine is not as nice as this one, but I got one for 2 reasons. The first one being I have acne-prone skin. So I wanted something, I don't know what it is necessarily the science behind why silk pillowcases are better for your skin. I think because they're softer and they don't absorb all of like your skincare product, like, whereas your cotton pillowcase will. So that's the biggest reason why I got one. And my skin has been doing well lately, knock on wood, I don't want to jinx it.
That's great.
And then also for your hair, because I was using a silk bonnet to sleep in. That's a common misconception. Regardless of your hair type, everyone should, you know what I mean? Silk is good for all types of hair type. So I was doing that, but it was hurting my ears. It was hurting my hairline, the bonnet that I had. So when I got a silk pillowcase too, I'm like, oh, I'm feeding 2 birds with one stone, with the hair thing and the face skin.
Killing 2 birds with one stone.
No. I
You're like, it's
switched
not.
over because this is also not animal cruelty. Wait, no,
not
animal cruelty.
Okay.
So that was feeding 2 birds with one scone is the more progressive way to not.
I'm so glad that we took a minute to unpack
social media,
that.
there was a really big animal rights organization that released a bunch of like statements to make them more animal friendly, and it was like a joke. People were really mad about it on social media, but I kept that one in my back pocket.
Hey,
I just say it rolls off the tongue now. Feeding 2 birds with 1 stone, because talking about stoning birds is kind of messed up. But
It's
silk
not great.
pillowcases,
It's not great, but silk pillowcases.
So
anyway,
nice.
So yeah, so like I said before, this is 100% mulberry silk, which I freaking love.
This
I
is
almost,
like the
I almost,
nicest you can
I
get.
almost uttered an expletive. I'm so excited about this. So I also love the price point is great. It's $67.46. Now I know you're like, oh my gosh, Christine, something more than $30. How freaking dare you? I know, right? I wouldn't normally, I'm like, I'm a little thrifty, but it's a silk pillowcase. I mean, come on. But what I also love about this, they do suggest that you hand wash it cold, but it is machine washable. You can machine wash this bad boy. But they do suggest, hand wash and line dry, which, if you want to get the best use out of it, probably do that. But if you're in a pinch and you're like, you came home and you didn't take your makeup off and you're like, I gotta friggin' take care of this right now, go ahead. So yeah, less frizz in your hair, less breakage in your hair. It's better for your skin. And it also kind of keeps you cool.
Yes, I did notice that.
Thermoregulating.
I've noticed that with mine, but mine isn't as nice as this one. Oh,
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I actually
don't
prefer
look
like,
at her, no.
prefer like that. Anyone who knows me knows I'm very cheap, unfortunately.
Me
And
too.
my boyfriend always says, and apparently Dylan might be in the chat. What do you say, Dylan? Rachel, you get what you pay for. And I don't be
Truly.
paying. I don't be paying. Like.
And that's the thing, Rachel. We're that girl this year.
You're right.
And
No,
sometimes we gotta pay.
In my 20s, that's something that I buy myself things now. I used to never buy myself anything. And
Yeah.
so I bought myself a silk pillowcase. Did I skimp out? Yeah. But it's the thought. I got to that point.
But now that you feel the best.
Now that I feel the best, I know this is like the nicest silk that you can get, Brendan was telling
Yep.
us. It's like natural, it's hypoallergenic. And with the whole machine washable thing, it's not as intimidating as you think. I used to think that like hand washing is like, you have to like go out on the prairie and you have to like soak it in the river. And it's really not. You can just use your hands in a sink or the bathtub and then just lay it out to dry. It's really not that intimidating
Not that
to
I
hand
don't
wash.
love picturing on you on the prairie, Rachel, but I would love to dive into a get real moment.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. So let's get into it. Give me the graphic. Yeah. It's time to get real. So if you're new to the show, shame. But if you're new, hi, welcome. And this is what we do on the show. We have Get Real moments. So I'm especially excited about this one because we're talking about, of course, resolutions this time. What is the most toxic resolution that you've had?
Do you want me to answer or is
You
that?
go.
Oh, okay, me.
Excuse me.
I think not even like when you think of toxic, you think of something like really bad and scary.
And like
it doesn't have to be. Yeah.
It can also be like something like that you say, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and it's like I'm
Well,
never
that's
gonna
what
do
I'm
that,
trying to say.
you
Like,
know?
I don't think toxic is an saturated word in some people's vernacular, but I think the most unhealthy expectation I've had, and it's like the most common, is with exercise.
For sure.
And you
yeah.
think that's not toxic because it's a healthy goal. You want to exercise. You want to either lose weight. You want to be more frequent in the gym. But I think it's unhealthy in the sense of when it comes to like the science behind habits, just having a very broad resolution like that, it's never going to work. So in the past, I'm not a resolution person, but in the past, before I learned my lesson of how I view resolutions,
Yes.
I would go too big, and I would put this broad umbrella of a resolution, and then when I wouldn't be able to bring that to fruition, I'd feel like crap within
Yeah.
like the first 2 weeks.
For sure.
So exercise, I think, is my most toxic resolution.
Yeah, and it's always, I wanted to say that just because I know that like talking about resolutions can be like kind of triggering to some people, especially if you especially with diet cultures, like it's very toxic.
Yes.
So I did like want to point that out for sure. But I would say, yeah, I definitely have had a lot of toxic resolutions about eating less and exercising more. I would say probably the most toxic thing that I've resolved this year is I'm like, I keep on being like, I'm smart this year. I'm like smart girl. I'm reading the classics, only Shakespeare and Virginia Woolf. Like quite literally,
serious?
I'm only reading Tolstoy. And
And are you enjoying it?
It's absolutely not going to happen.
Oh, so this is going into this upcoming
It's going
year,
into this
2024.
year.
You
It's
want
going
to
into
do
this
that.
year. I do, I want to make it a goal to read more.
Yeah.
But I am a little bit. I already know. I'm like, oh yeah. I think it's just going to be all the classics, with the books that are 900 pages. Like that's yeah. I started. Yeah.
I've been wanting to read Jane Austen's works because I haven't.
Yeah, see, I want to
So
read the
that's-
classics
yeah.
this year, but it's a little toxic of me to be like
Maybe-
totally changed, and I like this now.
Yeah, because also there's a place for YA, young adult fiction. Like you can't just read Tolstoy.
Yeah.
His name's hard to pronounce. But why don't you just set a goal of reading one of those books this year?
Yeah.
You know, just or take it month by month.
I also want to say, okay, not to change the subject, but amazing comment just came in. Olivia says, "My toxic resolution: block more people." I would venture to say that that's not toxic, and that's actually protecting your peace.
I had my dad's phone number blocked for a period of time.
So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move it on. Moving on up.
He'd be like, "Why aren't you answering me?" And I'm like, "Cause you're blocked, my dude."
Moving on, out and up. Shout out to Rachel's dad. Sorry.
He's not watching this, so I
Moving
can say
on-
that.
Moving on to a freaking organizer. You knew that this was coming. Okay, so we've talked, of course, about some lovely products. Go ahead and hit the Shop the Show button if you want to check it out. But we're moving on to Multitasky now. So this is their lovely, Rachel's given it a sniff, of course, even though, don't worry, it's vegan leather.
But it still has a leather smell to it, so I don't understand. How does it? What makes it smell the way that it?
It's just your imagination, girl.
No, it doesn't. It smells like a shoe store. Like it really does.
So we're gonna walk through it. So of course it's me. I'm a Virgo. I have to have a planner. I actually, I want a new kind of method of organizing. So this is why I chose this product. First of all, this also screams that girl to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like this to me is like I'm that girl. I'm that bee. I'm that bee.
Say it.
And with that vegan leather, it looks so adult. It looks very nice. And what I like is also this is almost like a little binder. So bam, you can see it comes with these lovely little Post-its. I'm a Post-it girl. I love a good Post-it. And it has a little ruler for all you mathies out there, all you math heads.
I like this feature too. There's so many different
Yes.
pockets and zippers to put your crowns.
Oh, and little crayons in your art.
Your
And they
pens.
have a little pen holder on the side too, which is fun. This they show keeping your credit cards in here.
Oh.
So
that's
maybe
kinda
for
scandalous.
travel, a little scandal, but you know what? Maybe your gift cards, all of your gift cards that you got for the holidays. And this is a nice little pouch here that I like too. You can do a little zip close. So this is a kind of choose your own adventure. So this whole journal itself is $24.50. But you can choose the fillers. So you can have either what I'm showing here now, which is 3 different sets of lined paper. So first they have lined paper, and then they also have grid paper, as well as dotted. So you can kind of choose your own. Oh, that's the other to-do list. So
There it
dotted.
is.
And then you can also get these to-do list type of dealios. That's another option for fillers. But I really enjoy how you have that kind of option. If you also hit the Shop the Show button, you'll see that they have a daily, weekly, monthly fillable pages, which I really enjoy. And then what Rachel has here is the Seize the Day to-do list. So we'll kind of show that off as well.
Carpe diem.
Carpe diem, honey.
I need a list every single day.
Yeah.
I know you're a Virgo. I'm a Libra. Hold on, I'm sinking.
I'm a list girl as well.
I need a list every day. And also, does this, because it's a binder, does this open up this part right here? This
It
bourbon?
does, yeah. They have the openers you can see kind of on the
Well,
top.
there you go. Because if you finish a list, you can just take it out.
Ooh,
and you
I
also
love
can
that.
reuse this.
You can rip it if you want.
Well, yeah.
Should we rip one?
Okay. Wow.
And you can do that. You can move on to the next day.
That's very satisfying.
Yeah, you
yeah,
like
that's
that?
what makes me so I like that. I haven't seen a planner that's this is gonna last you a long time because it's like
Yep.
a binder. But also, I'm pretty sure if you wanted to, you could just add more paper and put more in there. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You don't have to get rid of this beautiful vegan leather. It kind of smells like leather, even though it's not leather.
Yes.
You don't have to get rid of it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also like the price point. This is I think my calculations. I'm reading the Bopter. It's $24.50. $24.50. That is really cheap. If you look at planners out there, I was looking at a planner
They're
that was
expensive.
$50.
What?
There's stuff on there, it's expensive. It can be expensive. And if you want to invest in that, go for it. Definitely do it.
We don't shop shame.
I do love this option though. Maybe if you're wanting to not spend that much on the planner, but you want those fillable pages, this is a great option. And look, we have different colors too. So I like the blue one, Rachel liked the brown one.
I do, because I like the different features inside of it too.
Yeah.
Katie commented and said, so those little plastic compartments that we were showing you in there, we were talking about what you could put in there, and Katie commented and said coupons.
Coupons.
That makes sense.
I do like that. Or
I like coupons, 'cause
Or
you
like
lose coupons.
business cards or something.
Business cards, because this is like business, you know what I mean?
Yes, you're a business lady. See, that's what I'm trying to be this year. I want to be a boss business lady. I'm an adult. Boss business lady, taking over the world. I am that girl, and I'm organized. I have a lot of creative projects, creative goals. Best way to start, system of organizing.
A tip I have, because one of my somewhat resolutions is to, use my planner, because I'll buy a planner, I'll put it inside my desk drawer and I'll forget about it. For me, if I leave it open on top of my desk, then I'm going to use it. I never close my planner, and that has made all the difference for me.
And this, look how lovely this is. It lays perfectly flat.
Well, look, also, you turned it to the graph side, so if you ever want to do some y equals mx plus b action, you got it.
Yep.
If you want to graph some things.
You can't stop us from doing some y equals mx plus b, people.
You can stop me, because I haven't done that since 2018.
I couldn't even tell you what that was. And that's Multitasky. A tried and true brand on Soon. We love them, as well as Kanjo. And again, check out the Shop the Show button if you are just now joining with us and you're like, what have you discussed, Christine? Don't even worry about it. Hit that Shop the Show button. We're happy you're here now. This is Get Real. I'm here with Rachel. We're celebrating the new year. We're talking resolutions, toxic ones, good ones, cutting people out of your life.
Block people. Block your dads.
Block your dad. We're not saying that unless you need to.
I'm here to give you permission that it's okay to feel certain things.
So item number 4
yeah, on the topic of that,
our lovely aromatic shower steamer. So I do have a bit of a backstory around this, because it's like, what the heck resolution could this go with? So I personally have my best ideas in the shower. And a big goal that I've had is to, again, kind of being more of that girl this year. I want to level up my bathroom game. So having a nice eucalyptus shower steamer. So it's basically like a bath bomb, but you're not in the bath.
Yes,
because,
that's why I like them.
Yes, we're busy girls. We don't have time for that. I'm not a bath person.
Me neither.
This is way more like my speed for sure. So this is all about elevating your daily routine. There are a few tablets in here. It's only $25. And they are there's no synthetic fragrances, dyes, sulfates, and parabens. It's a really kind of intense aroma. Go ahead and give that a sniff, Rachel. This girl loves to sniff.
Oh my God, I freaking love
like
peppermint
a
slash
Cocker
eucalyptus.
Spaniel.
Cockers, do they smell a lot? Oh wait, are those the detective dogs like Sherlock Holmes?
That's a hound. Some sort of hound, yeah.
Do you know what this peppermint smells
Bloodhound.
like?
What does it smell like?
I'm gonna give you some ethos. I'm gonna take y'all back. Do you remember the scratch and picture this? It's December. You're in elementary school, or if you're British, you're in primary school. And
Oi,
your
sir.
Oi, mister. You me dad. Your teacher comes around with your paper, and there's a sticker on it, and it's a scratch and sniff sticker. You scratch it and you sniff, and this is what you smell, right? Doesn't that remind you of the peppermint ones you'd get during? Did your teachers ever give you scratch and sniff stickers
To
on
me,
your
homework? Scratch and sniff.
That's what this smells like to me.
I invented it. Go with Christine, snatch and sniff.
Snatch and
What?
yeah, snatch and stiff.
Honey. All right, we're towing a line, as per usual. So yes, you get 6 of these tablets, and they are $25.
Oh,
This
they
is
smell
like the
so
eucalyptus
good.
peppermint. Eucalyptus is like the thing to have in your shower, and I definitely think that this would help stimulate my mind so that more brilliant ideas come forth.
Yeah, and you were telling me, because I've only used a steamer one time, and now I'm not a bath person, so I don't like bath bombs. I get hot easily. I have a shower. I like to stand, and I want to have the effects of like a bath bomb, but not committing to it, swimming in my pH.
Yeah, right?
So that's why I like the shower steamer. I used it one time. My sister Carly, I think you might be watching. Hi, Carly. I used it in her shower. I didn't realize that you don't have to use this entire block in one shower.
Yeah.
You taught me something valuable.
Yes.
What was that?
Rachel, the amount of things I've taught you.
You
it's hard
have.
to
No, I
say.
learned a lot from you. I do.
Oh, that was really nice. But what I was saying, what I taught Rachel, was that this isn't just a one-use thing. This isn't like one shower and this thing's going to be gone. You were saying you could maybe even cut it and
Because that's
split
what
it
I
up.
asked. I was like, can I cut this so I don't have to use this
You
giant
definitely
block?
could, or you could just, what I would do and what I've done in the past is just leave it on my little soap stand and just like let it kind of go. So I'll kind of
Okay.
hold it up so you guys can kind of see the consistency.
Thick.
It almost looks like a big kind of chalky like thing. It kind of
looks
comes
like
off on your finger a
styrofoam.
little bit. But again, this is like all about, you know, no sulfates, no parabens, none of those synthetic fragrances. It's all from essential oils, which I love. So this is something you can set in your shower. It's like a set it and forget it type thing, multiple uses, and $25 for 6 tablets. That's a pretty good deal. I could see like easily a week's worth of showers from this, for sure. If that,
because
more,
you
probably.
don't want to drench it. That was my misconception. I thought that you're supposed to put it on the floor of the shower.
It's all about the steam.
and
yeah.
and now that makes sense.
So we
That
wish
makes
we could
sense.
demo, but we're not taking you in the shower with us. Sorry. Not gonna happen.
I have to pay for that.
Yep. Well, not here. So we're not towing that line anymore. We're moving on. We're moving on up because we're still on the essential oils train, and we're moving on to this lovely little essential oils that I have right here. So this is our Uplift Energizing Essential Oil. This is only $16, and I chose this because you can rub this little thing on your pressure points. They recommend maybe your temples, base of your neck, as well as your wrists. Give it a sniff, and it energizes you.
Oh, energizing.
Yeah, so it's again that eucalyptus, and as we know, I'm Christine, the caffeine queen, and I'm kind of wanting to cut back a little bit on my caffeine this year. I know, nothing crazy, because, you know, I want to try to stick to it, but I'm getting a little sick of being pretty, you know, reliant on something that's not super great for you, so I'm trying to find different alternatives to kind of wake me up. So again, this is all about energizing and uplifting. I'll go ahead and kind of I'll show you the roller ball that comes on here. So this is gonna energize and uplift you, and it's made with jasmine and peppermint. Uplift, you can take it anywhere. As you can see, this is super duper small. I can see just throwing this in my purse, and whenever, you know, usually before I go live for this show, I'm like already like dying for some reason of tiredness. So I can definitely see just rubbing a little bit on like my kind of pressure points that I have here.
That's like the P. I'm realizing this is the
I'm gonna
P6
try.
pressure point. We
I love that.
the Blisslets that we sell here on Soon too has to do with that pressure. I always wondered why between the wrists, but
Yes.
it's that P6.
And all of these products, they're from this brand. They are vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free, palm oil-free. How does that smell, Rachel?
Jasmine is a scent that I'm coming around to. It's not my favorite scent but I do like it because it has like an earthy herb like aroma to it. I don't know if I'm describing that, you know, correctly, but
yeah, earthy,
reminds me of like
herbal.
the woods.
Yes, kind of woodsy. I really smell that peppermint, and that peppermint is like really great for like energizing you and uplifting you. They also recommend, I kind of read this and I kind of like it because something else, you know, I'm trying to do is a little bit more like be more mindful and everything. So a great way to do that is maybe you can go ahead and rub this on whatever points you want, or maybe just even take it out, inhale for 5 seconds, exhale for 5 seconds. Do that about 3 times, and you've had like 30 seconds of a little meditation there. So you're kind of slowing down your heart rate, you're getting more in touch with your breath, and you're also doing a little bit for yourself and energizing yourself as well. 30 seconds, we all have it in the day, come on. And this is only $16, you know, and this is, you know, 100% like good essential oils and none of the bad stuff. So
I did it. I know. I
do you
opened my
feel?
eyes and the camera was on me. Meditation. No, honestly though, like a lot of times, like I go into like a lot of things and I'm like, it's kind of hokey, blah, blah, blah. But like there is science behind
Oh, for
calming,
sure.
the deep breathing, even if you don't feel it immediately, if you do it, and I'm telling myself this because I've been trying to do that, if you do it over time, you are calming your nervous system and your body is getting out of that, like that overstimulated fight or flight. So
Absolutely.
it serves a purpose even if in the moment you're not like, why aren't all my problems gone? I deep breathe.
Yeah.
I deep breath.
Yep. That's what it's all about. And that's why I love our last item as well, because it's all about that self-care. It's all about using kind of Eastern methodologies. We're talking about a lymphatic dry brush. Honey, if you haven't heard about these, come on. What are you doing? What have you been reading? Living under a rock?
I hadn't heard about these until today.
Well, add it to the list of things I've taught you, Rachel.
I know.
So this is our last item of the day. This is a lymphatic dry brush. This is $32, and this is from Beautology. So these are all boar's head.
You're telling me a head,
not
that's a
the
head.
meat brand. Okay.
Oh wait, the brand. I didn't even think about that.
Sorry.
That's TM. That's TM.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Boar's hair, not head. Boar's hair. Though it's not even the brand that I was talking about.
Can I
They
get a
have
quarter
heads.
pound?
Anyway, so lymphatic dry brushing. So this is all, I like this because it's like easily grippable. I also like that this comes with a little travel baggie. Woo! So you could take it on the go with you. And I like how the bristles are all natural. They're cruelty free. So Rachel was like, I don't know anything about lymphatic dry brushing. Let me fill you in. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to do this for like 3 to 5 minutes a day before a shower. So before a shower is important. You don't want to do it on wet skin. You want to do it on dry skin. Now, the benefits of this can be many. We were talking about calming your nervous system. This is going to do the same thing. And it's also just going to increase blood flow. And it's another great way to just have something else in your routine that is just a moment for you. So you're supposed to brush towards your heart. This is something that feels so freaking good, first of all. It's going to exfoliate your skin, and it's also going to increase blood flow. Increasing blood flow is absolutely everything. It's anti-aging. You can produce more collagen this way, which is what you want. And like I said, also exfoliating. And blood flow just makes your skin not only feel more alive, but look more alive as well. Great to do on your legs. It's been like known to be linked to like reducing the look of cellulite. I don't know if that's like for real. I've just read that before. But again, it's increasing blood flow. So go ahead and try it out.
Yeah, and I
Tell
also
me what you think.
I'm reading, and to if you do need to clean it, you're supposed to tap it, and the stuff comes out. Sorry, I didn't mean to like.
No, it's great.
Your skin's my skin. Like, I'm okay with that, but we're just gonna give
Right.
it a
I'm
little
clean.
tap.
I'm clean.
I'm excited. Okay, I'm gonna do my legs. Now I have a
So you're supposed to kind of rub it
Oh,
up
so
towards
not
your
circular?
heart. Yeah. You can
okay.
do circular motions as well, but they recommend, towards your heart, and then, kind of.
Guys, you're lucky because I just shaved my legs a few days ago, but for the first time in I do not shave. Now, is this, because you're supposed to exfoliate before you self-tan. I'm going on vacation in 2
Oh.
days. Is this something that I could do? Will it exfoliate? Is it that type of exfoliation, like before self-tanning? Does this do that job?
All I know is that you're definitely supposed to do it before a shower, but it does exfoliate, so it is something for that. But yeah, again, this is like, dry brushing is not new. It's something that a lot of people have been talking about. This has been around for a very, very long time on this earth. So again, it's like, it can get those dead skin cells out of there, but it also, for me, it's the blood flow, and it honestly just makes your skin feel more awake. Like even just doing that on the small portion of my arms feels really great. It's a great way to just kind of get in touch with your body. I'm entering my late 20s. So big resolution to kind of just be more intentional about my self-care.
Can you use it on your face? Are you advised to do your face with this?
Would probably not use it on your face, and when you are using it on your chest area, you need to be a little bit more gentle just because that skin can be very sensitive, and it is just a little bit more tender than, let's say, the skin on your feet or your legs, things like that. Great thing to add to your routine. I mean, picture this, you're taking a nice hot shower, you got the shower steamer, and right before you had just done this lymphatic dry brush, right before that you had just done your Kanjo. Like, girl, we are cooking with gas and we are ready to open up our multitasking organizer and get freaking into it. Take a whiff of that essential oil. I just planned out your whole freaking day and you're welcome. So, that's all of our products today.
Oh, really? We're all done?
We're all done.
You did a good job.
Oh.
I think it's so cool that you handpicked
Thanks,
all
Rachel.
of these things, you know, and you
I handpicked
had
them.
you had a vision, and it came to fruition. Look at this.
Well, let's just hope that
just sitting here-
2024 works out the exact same way.
Just sitting here brushing my leg hair. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel soft.
We're just brushing our leg hair. There's nothing to see here, people.
Wait, one last thing with this thing. The brand talked about if you want to get real spunky with it, they say doing this like upside down. Like if you're like laying on your bed
Yes,
like this,
that's a thing.
and you come down.
It's kinda
like
fun.
that's crazy, and I'm gonna do it.
I love that. While you're doing that, I want to
wrap
have
up.
our last get real moment of the day, just briefly, just because I want to know, and I also want to tell my story. So our final get real moment, then we're going to wrap it up. Craziest New Year's Eve. Go. Quick. Deep and brief.
You go, because I'm a homebody, and honestly, no, you go. I don't have any crazy New Year's Eve
Come
stories.
on.
No, I have a sad New Year's Eve story. Like I don't have any. You tell me yours.
Come on, I kind of want to hear the sad one.
The sad one is that New Year's Eve I associate with bad memories because my mental health used to be really bad, and I had a really bad New Year's Eve when I was 15 years old. And
sorry.
so I'm still, as the years go on, trying to think about New Year's in a positive way because I think about it in the way of a wounded teenage girl. You know
And
what
you
I
know
mean?
what? We're all wounded teenage girls.
We
at the end
are.
of
We
the day.
all have childhood trauma. So that's, if you want to get
We're
real,
getting
I
real.
can't lie.
Well, thanks
I am
for-
not fun.
Hey, I appreciate you getting real, Rachel. Thank you for getting real.
Yeah, so-
And I'm sorry. And that sucks. And by the way, New Year's can be very triggering, and that's why I
It
like
is,
to say
it
So
is,
it can be
it
a
is.
triggering time for sure. But I'll lighten up the mood. Here's my sad but funny but sad story. So
Yeah, I need to hear this.
This is a bit of a sad undertone. But last year on New Year's, I, like you, I've always kind of been like, New Year's Eve, when something has so much buildup, it's like it's bound to be a disappointment.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
So last year, I had just, I went through a bad breakup last year, and I was, entering into this new year. And so I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, New Year's Eve is going to be so fun. Best New Year's Eve ever. This is going to be great. I'm entering into the new year. I'm an independent woman now. My problems are solved. It's 1 a.m. We are 1 hour into 2023. I sprained my ankle.
Where were you?
I was on a roof and I fell on, and I had a cocktail or two, but I was coherent. People, trust me.
You didn't fall off the roof, did you?
I did not fall off the roof. There was like an elevated portion of the roof. I was wearing heels that I thrifted. This is, the bad part about thrifting. Sometimes you get bad shoes. And I stepped. It was a really far down step that I took, and I took it, tripped. The shoe broke, and I rolled over it and rolled my ankle.
Oh my God! 1 hour in, did you have to
1
leave
hour
the party
in.
after
Oh
that?
yes, I had to leave the party, and Ubers were $30 to go 2 blocks, and it never came.
Oh wait, no! So how did you get home?
Luckily, I was with my sister and my cousin, shout out, and they hobbled me back to my sister's place. I freaking walked down 2 flights of stairs and up another 3. With a sprained ankle.
God.
There's a picture of me with a red cup on my foot that was blown up.
Oh no!
Hey, you know what? And that's how I started off 2023. But look at me now.
Was it
right?
a bad premonition? How was your 23?
I actually had a great year.
Okay, yeah. Well, you
So-
started here. We both did. 2023 is the year that we both started at SUNY.
Yeah,
So,
truly.
that is a good thing.
Exactly. And
Oh, Dylan, my boyfriend's comment. Because I don't. Wait, did that happen to us, Dylan? Oh, he recovered. That happened last year.
Dylan
I guess.
says, I once recovered my lost phone on the side of a highway on New Year's Day. Well, that's a
Yeah.
success story.
Was I with you, Dylan? Last year? I don't know. No. I think he went. Wait, I remember him telling me that. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. It was in high school.
All
Oh.
caps. No.
No, he's 5 years older than me, so I wasn't in high school with him. Anyway, no, I'm
Year's.
not I don't have any fun New Year's Eve story. I'm a
You know what?
straight edge gal.
That's
you know?
okay. That's okay. Honestly, after last year, I'm like, I'm not doing that again.
No,
like,
yeah,
this
yeah.
year, I'm like, I'm going to bed at 2. Like,
Yeah,
I
well, this is
don't,
my first
you
year.
know.
I'm going on vacation for New Year's Eve, and I think it's gonna be really good for me.
Fun.
I'm gonna start 2024 thinking of a better perspective of New Year's Eve.
And I think that 2024 is going to be great for both of us, especially coming off of talking about all these great products. I feel very motivated right now and not in a toxic way. And I hope that all you people at home feel the same. That's what we're all about here at Soon. That's what I'm all about. That's what me and Rachel are all about. So I just want to say thank you guys not only for watching, but thank you, Rachel. Thank you for coming on, our lovely Rachel. My first guest of 2023, my last guest of 2023.
Season 1.
You're on season 1.
Thank you. And thank you
hug.
to everyone. I know I get a little bit real sometimes, so thank you if that, you know,
And we love it.
you had no choice but to sit through it, but
Yeah.
thanks for listening to me, you know?
So thank you guys. And
Thanks.
tomorrow, tune in. It's the deal of the day. $5 off. We've got Renee, the lovely, lovely Renee. Go ahead and tune in for it. She's the best. That's at 10:30 tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. So go ahead, tune in. And thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being such amazing, amazing people. Thank you to everybody at Soon. Thank you, Rachel. And Happy New Year. Cheers.
Happy New Year's!